I've returned. At the turn of the tide. Let's see here. What music will we listen to? Let's do some Zelda music. By Coffee Date and Game Chops. This is Hyrule Cafe Zelda Lo-Fi. Well, there is this. This is new. Twilight, Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess Lo-Fi. Should we try it? Try something new? Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, yeah, this is the one I was hearing. Now I dig it. Okay, so we're moving on from Link. Oh wait, we're almost done. We're almost done. You come back to something with a little bit fresher eyes, and he's just a little too bulky here, a little too manly. So I separated this line, and we're gonna just nudge it in. That feels better. And it's a subtle thing, but I like that. Like it enough so far. My son is giggling like a maniac in the other room while he's watching his like hilarious cartoons. Just want to bring the line quality up a little bit in parity with what we're seeing in the rest of his body. I made so many corrections that it got a little disjointed. But it's normal to struggle a little bit with a pose that is, there's a lot of non-intuitive, like, we're viewing Link at a low angle, but he's also leaning towards camera and then twisting his body in a way where his weight is being distributed on both limbs, but in different ways. And here, this arm here is going back in space. And then this part is coming forward towards camera in space. Then all of this is coming towards in space. And I don't know if I nailed it either, but this is well within the degree of accuracy that I require to move forward. Well, more worried now about overdoing it with too many little stupid lines that don't matter. And then getting slowed down when it doesn't matter either. Because I'm happy with this link, but I'm not happy with the time that it took to draw him. Right? Nearly 2 hours. I'm still working on him. Still noodling small things. That's the kind of stuff that, if we can, we don't want to get so sandbagged. But he's also sort of like, he's kind of the focal point of the image. There's sort of these two focal points. There's this great play here that's happening. I'll talk about it later. Maybe the chat will spark up and I'll know if anybody's listening. Otherwise, I'll just be rambling to myself. Okay, so let's move over to Midna. And she is really dominant size-wise in the composition. But sorry, I thought I was having dropped frames. If I draw her like this, essentially I want to draw her a little bit more zoomed out so that I can keep her in perspective a little bit. But we need a good reference. So let's find one. It's so funny, my oh, this will be for sure. Okay, it's interesting to me what does and doesn't pop off on Reddit. This rough sketch doesn't get the love I think it deserves. But whatever. Tough audience, I'll take it. I just need to do better. That's okay. Close out some of these things. All right. As far as Midna references go, this is sort of interesting. There's this I don't know what this is up here. This feels pretty accurate to the game. I don't know what this is. More little hair tie things. Anyway, so maybe not a great reference. Let's put this here. I like the art. It's pretty cool. We'll use this as our master reference. Yeah, now we have to try to do this some justice. There are some really interesting and hard to identify details in her costume. Hold on, I gotta make sure we're not... I don't want to get it into the realm of playing other songs that are not good for stream and broadcasting. It looks like the Midna... Her eyebrows and eyeliner and makeup are so distinct. You got to make sure you're doing it right. I guess people react. I didn't really draw her even that well. She's not very much on model. People don't seem to mind that, though. I think people are really into the idea of shipping her in Link. And I don't disagree. Honestly, though, these eyebrows might be needed to be lower. Or maybe it's her eyes that go up higher. Not that I'm trying to mess up my rough drawing, but we can explore tweaking the details a little bit. Want to correct so much to make her human when she is not. She's neither human nor Hylian. We never see her ears, but her skin is green. We have to assume she's She says she is from a ancient race. But it's sort of the question, are these eyelashes or are they makeup? They don't, in the game, they're clearly just like a texture map. Like a sticker that she wears on her face in the game. Now, what is this music? Gerudo Night. Let me pull up this person's discography. Ocarina of Time lo-fi. Oh, this looks good. Come on. This looks good. This is a bunch of... Here, let's honor our musical guest for today, Colossia. We see some lo-fi tracks from Elder Scrolls, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy VI. Cool, cool. Zelda Ocarina of Time. I don't know a lot of Elder Scrolls. Final Fantasy VII is welcome. Star Wars stuff is cool. And then hopefully lots of Zelda. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff here. Let's give it a shot. Here, let's just start at the top. New music. We'll see how it streams. If we get flagged, we'll know better next time. So. Okay, now I've drawn these eyes. Let's see how close to the eyebrows I can tuck them in. Without it looking too weird. Let me go back, draw the whole eye in there. She has super large eyes. Feels like that's the design. That's on purpose. Eyes like an owl. gonna make sure the eye line is right. Should she even have any of that? Should it just be like that? I like the idea of attempting to draw something realistically, even if it's in a video game. But if we waver too much, we'll lose what was appealing in the original. So it's like, what was that magic? It's like, I'm refining, but I'm not improving, you know? Let's try again. Just sort of get a little loose with it. Between making her real and making her dreamlike and appealing, we have to go for the dreamlike and appealing. Real takes a backseat. Giving her bedroom eyes. quick save. There we go. Must find a way to honor source material and also make everything look awesome. And this stream can go until about 4:20. Let's say 4:20. Let's say 4:20. For no reason. Somebody on Reddit today asked about the brushes. And I'm not particularly keen to share the brushes directly. I've done that once. And I know who that person is who has them, and there are under strict orders not to disseminate them. So I guess I do share my brushes. I just don't widely share them or often. But I can talk about them a little bit. So this is all the same brush. And of course it's pressure sensitive too. There's a lot of dynamism built into it. Basically, it has sensitivities for the angle, the point, the rotation, and the pressure. Yeah, and they all, I use them all at the same time pretty much to make the most use out of each brush stroke. And I think the biggest advantage is the time save between not really having to hunt around to find a different brush to do so many different things. It's really easy to just sort of stay with the one brush and adjust my hand to the shape and the opacity that I need it to be. So this goes more like that. I need to see some other angles on Midna because what is this weird thing? Why is it the same color as her hair? Is it her hair? It's some sort of weird bow behind her head. It is her hair, I guess. How does that make sense? This is a good reference, actually. This will be, I think, the last stream of the day. After this, and I'll go till, like I said, 4:20. After this, I got to pick up my other kid, and yeah, after this, I got to pick up my other kid, and then I got to actually really be a good dad and pay attention to things. So. Right now, my son is innocently decompressing from a hard day at preschool by bouncing on the sofa and watching really strange I guess these cartoons must be from Russia or something. They've got the character's name is Booba. I couldn't possibly tell you what kind of animal it's based on. Almost looks like a goat. So far, so good. This is going to look awesome. Is this still happening? Oh, you know what's interesting is, yeah, this is the same artist, but it isn't lo-fi. That's interesting. What about Final Fantasy VII lo-fi? Does this make sense? Let's try this. We need our lo-fi. Yeah, this is cool. Getting that eyeline perfect is going to be tricky. Let me flip the image. The whole image. The whole enchilada. Drawing intricate jewelry is not my forte. But that's part of the costume for her, so I don't think we'll be able to avoid it. Still, I think we need to make some adjustments. Why don't I draw that on a separate layer entirely? That way, if I do make a mistake, I can just erase into that instead of everything else. Okay, that makes sense. The whole headpiece will just be a separate layer. Let me flip this again. Okay. True form Midna. Hairline is not even really all that particularly high. So we need to make sure we're not going crazy with that. These are really interesting layerings of detail. And then the camera angle is forcing me to double check everything. Probably more like that. Okay. Here, I'm helping you, bud. Get a little potty break. Hang on. Potty here. Running where? Okay. Cheap viewers. Yes. If I didn't have cheap viewers, I'd have no viewers at all. You are banned. Phantom Pantomime. What a goober. Alright, I apologize for that intermission. I only have so many minutes in the day, and then a disproportionately large amount of those minutes is spent attending to my children's butt wiping needs. So nothing to be done about it. Right now I'm thinking about the decision of whether or not the part of her hair should go like that. So we've got hair like that. You know, her hair could go like that. Or it could sort of have this kind of effect. Instead, and I guess between the two, given that she's got that lovely point to her cowl, that's really the aesthetic, isn't it? So we're gonna go with that. But now we have a reason, instead of it just sort of feeling like it's random, right? Let me see what's going on here. Getting emails. Okay. I like the outpouring of support that I'm seeing on all the various social medias. People sending nice messages and thank yous. It's really awesome to think that the art. Oh, I'm back. Yeah. Oh, I'm back. I had to do. Oh, that's a cool emote. It's like. I had to do some fatherly duty. It's like a never-ending. I mean, it's like. Well, it's a joy to help my children learn to use the potty. That's all I'm gonna say. Sooner all that's done with, the better. But you know, I suppose if they didn't need me for that, they wouldn't need me at all. Pooping is stressful. My son was like, I don't want to be alone. I'm like, okay, bud, I gotcha. I'm just glad he went of his own volition. Usually I have to beg and plead for him to, like, please go to the bathroom. How are you walking? You need to go to the bathroom. Do you watch any YouTube? It's just brain rot stuff basically, but there's a person, she rebranded to Frankie Faye, I think. She does these bad art history. But essentially it's like the cringe history of like horrible deviant art trends that are just so incredibly funny, and I think she's like my new favorite. Did she do one on bronies? I think she did. I mean, they all kind of go there with it. Maybe you've seen her. She used to be Scumbagovich, and then she changed it. Not sure why. I like the Scumbagovich, but she just has a funny delivery. Anyway, it's just been like, because it's been my... I've purposefully sort of steered clear about having like online artist exposure for a long time. And now I'm getting into it and sort of learning about, whoa, what did I miss? This is interesting stuff. There's just fandoms and weird obsessions that everybody has about everything. All of it's good. It's all, we don't judge, but it's the bronies are, there are a lot of YouTube videos about degenerate bronies and stuff. It's like required viewing for me because I don't want to, get comfy and do something super stupid. Get canceled. This is a tricky area to sort of make defined. I don't want this to be super sexual. It's just sort of bedroomy. Some of these details, like the whatever this latch is for her hair, it's like indecipherable. I can't tell what that actually is. But maybe nobody knows. It just doesn't matter. I'm going to go another 20 minutes. Or maybe just till I finish Midna. We'll see. My other kid right now is safe at school. She's doing like a after school program where they help her with her homework and stuff. So that's not as specific a leave here at a certain time or you're a bad dad kind of equation. But I also don't want it to be a long time, longer than she's used to. Are you streaming today? I want to be a better neighbor and catch more of other people's streams. It's been very challenging for me to cut out an appropriate amount of time, but the tonight my wife is working late, so I've got both kids, but after I pick up my daughter, I'm not going to stream. I'll be done for the day. But I'll be doing chores and like making dinner and stuff, so I might try to check out streams if that's all happening. You piqued my interest with the trivia stuff. Not saying you have to repeat it or anything, but that seemed like a fun time. I've peeked in on your VODs, and I've seen your comic work progressing. Are you working with the VOD is still pretty much fun to watch? I might watch it then. The when you do your comic, do you have like a script? You do? Okay, cool. Did you write it? I keep rewriting it, yeah? Yeah, okay, awesome. Do you find you stick to the script that you write? I mean, you said you keep rewriting it. Do you do that when you, is it like when you draw, do you find new ideas that you didn't anticipate when you were writing it? Comics are a lot of work in my opinion. I'm splitting the work with a manga artist. Some of the early stuff is pinned down. Okay, cool. Is there anything finished I could take a look at? I'm not rushing you if it isn't, but I was just curious if it's if there are sections that are completed that you've already shared. I'm not a writer, so it's a little tough, but I don't want that to stop me from telling a story. Yeah, I'm not a writer either. Well, I mean, I can write in a pinch. What I don't think I'm good at, like, writing dialogue, but I think I'm pretty good about crafting interesting story moments and stuff. I'm trying to think of... I keep complicating this little blob of hair. It pretty much just needs to just come out. Emphasize the cutness of it. I've been sitting on it, but I want to show it off sometime this year. When you say you pass it off to a manga, you pass it off to a manga artist, or do you... I'm curious, is it... because I've seen art that you post, I was assuming it was all yours, or is it in collaboration with another artist? Your, I know I've seen you draw your, like, rough out the figures that you're doing. You haven't shown his stuff yet. It's just your stuff right now. Okay, I mean, what I've seen is impressive. I was just, you know, people do work in teams, and I wanted to make sure I was not embarrassing myself by misattributing when I should have known better. But no, I'm glad to hear that. I saw you using a, sort of looked like a 3D poser for some of the, characters. This just looks like shit. Your understanding of anatomy is gone. Don't worry about that. It's almost a universal thing. You know, we don't, at least most of us don't run around naked. It's not like there's a bunch of cheat sheets that we're all familiar with and can just go out and look. I don't know. What do you think? Should the edge of her thing look like it's cut? So I feel like that's sort of her aesthetic, and I feel like I've seen that before. Hold on. Okay, yeah, here it's a little bit like that. But maybe this is the way to go. I don't know. I think it's cute. Okay, I'll keep it for now. If it continues to drive me insane, I'll... Because the hair here feels like it's cut. Here on her, these weird bangs that come out of nowhere. I was like, I don't understand. Yeah, I've looked at like a few angles of it, and it's just so unclear what the heck that's supposed to be. Like, this whole contraption is sort of bizarre. So who knows? Fabric or hair? From everything I can tell, it's always the same color and texture of her hair, and most artists treat it as if it's hair. You know, I'd have some things to say, like, it's like a design, like, I'm not a designer, I don't worship design, I don't have huge opinions about it, but sometimes it's like, oh, that's clever, and then other times it's like, oh, that just comes out of nowhere. Looks cool, but a little bit random. I keep telling myself, like, the design of her belt, to me they read like earthworms, and to me that's kind of clever because it sort of like makes her like a gothy, sort of underworldy, you know, and earthworms come out at night. Oh, hi, Sexter. Like night crawlers, you know? Makes sense to me. For her, I'm definitely going to try and not have a bunch of like crumply wrinkles for anything, or a bunch of unneeded anatomy wrinkles doing nothing. Looks like she's got this like there's like a glove segment that connects here in between her, right here, in between her middle finger and ring finger. These would have been like the girls I'd see at like art school. my first art school girlfriend had green hair. Like, is it pasted on her forehead? It's not. It's there's some space that, I mean, if this if you look here, it's sort of layered over her cowl, which has its own thickness. It just looks like it just looks really confusing. And it doesn't do anything. It looks cool, but what is it? What is it? What is it doing? It's like, I don't know. Okay, the problem with this little bit right here is it's too up and down. There's this weird knot at the back of her head. So this stuff goes around the back of her head and gets tied into a knot. I can't explain any of it. That's definitely not going to be something that I will draw much attention to when all is said and done. Let me do a quick save. Looking decent. Now, of course, I still need to draw this super intricate headpiece. Headpiece from hell. Okay, my little alarm is going off. So it is time for me to start wrapping it up. Let me just draw a few more little fun swoops. She's got that headpiece, and then she's got these interesting, like, tattoos. Or not tattoos, but, designs on her. Her forearms have these details that need adding. Her cowl has a few things that need adding, so I don't know. If there's time later tonight, that'll be what I'll do. But I think this looks good for now. This is it's a very decent enough start. This eyeball is so ridiculously huge now. I must do something about it. Feels a little bit more reasonable. That feels pretty good. Kind of starting to work. Let's bring that in just a little bit. And then here too. Let's try flopping it. Not bad. It's tricky because sort of making her face more realistic sort of strips away some of the alienish appeal, but that's kind of how I handled it in the rough sketch. So either people are responding well to just the conception of it, which is possible, and if so, then, you know, maybe there's more work to be done. I don't know if anybody has major criticisms about not being true to true form Midna, I will be happy to hear. But I think I want to try first to just make sure things are looking cool. I don't mind it if some of her forms get a little lost in sort of dreamy nebula. Her sort of body doesn't really exist. It's just sort of like a dreamy swirl. So I won't get too caught up in what needs to look more perfect with that stuff. This looks like good progress for today. So I'm going to be satisfied with that and sleep on the rest, come back to it tomorrow, think of new things to change, add more. For now, this is looking cool. Okay, well, thanks for popping in and keeping me company for another little quick sketch stream. And that'll be it for today, but maybe tomorrow morning I'll try and get up early. We'll see what happens. And that'll be it. So let's see here. Do a little. All right, there we go. All right, that's it. Thanks so much. Catch you next time. Adios.